Honestly, it makes no, if you're gonna go to a foreign country you've never been before, it makes no sense to go if you're not gonna experience both sides. Like the riding side of it and just the tourist side of it, just going around and checking out landmarks and just experiencing what like the locals do and like taking in the whole culture. You know, if I was to come to Japan and just roll every second and I go back home, people ask me like, what did you do? Like, what did you see? I was like, I just seen street spots. I just rolled all day. And like, I missed out on so much greatness. I missed out on so much. You miss out on so much. You know, got priceless pictures and priceless stories. Just experiences, like those experiences are priceless. You know? Well, pretty much the theme this year is go all day and how Gatorade helps you go all day. It's like the main point of this trip was to come out here and actually just do some research and find out how my body works when I ride. Well, pretty much got these little GPS watches.
Everyone is going to wear these GPS watches today. GPS.
Yes.
So you can figure out how far, how fast
you're
going.
It tells you heart rate, how far you rode, and distance, how many calories you burned.
But after you put them on, then all you have to do is ignore them. You just go.
I think people everywhere can appreciate that idea. Well, what's really going on in my body when I'm riding?
There's one other piece, that's a cognitive function test. It's called the Stroop Color Word Test. So the first one, you're gonna read words. Second page, you're gonna read colors. Third page, you're gonna tell me the color of the ink. So
yo, what? Hey, what is this for again?
the reason that we're having you do this is just because I want you to understand that carbohydrates, energy, fuel, like helps you physically, your physical performance, but obviously there's also a mental side of it. Yeah.
So the fact that Gatorade even cares to know how my body works, I was psyched. I was psyched to know that, well, listen, we're gonna go out here to Japan, we're gonna ride some dope shit, and find out some things, like tell you some information, new information about yourself that you wouldn't know or you haven't found out before.
136? Best. Let me see how much left I'll land. Oh, hold on. You heard that? Same shit. Yo, just got to the spot. Dope ass ledge spot. A few runs in, chain breaks. So chain breaking, no links, no bike shops in the area. Back to square one, back to the hotel.
Wow, when we first got to Japan, the weather was terrible. It rained for the first 2 days. Then we had 2 sunny days, and then it rained for the last 2 days. So the weather sucked, but we made do. You know, we still rode as much as we possibly can and got a few things done. You
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go.
I think a week in Japan would be super dope. Just riding around in the cabs, like while it was raining, you see spots here and there, and like, oh my God, I wish I could ride that right now, but everything's wet, so we can't do anything about that.
I would use What happened?
Yeah, I ran up. I was hiding around the corner. Walked. So it came out of the closet. I stopped at the floor.
That sky deck observation was super sick, just seeing that. It was nighttime too, so it was all lit up. All lights everywhere. It's just, you actually get to see how big Tokyo is. You know, it's like, well, cause you, like, moments like that, you kind of just gotta stop and just like take a breath and appreciate life.
If you are not ready for this here,
Animal, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Rub that in.
if you are not ready for this here, my loved one, happiness surrounds me, so don't be fearful, or filled with worry. Because time is of the essence. I feel the greatest blessing. I feel it instinctually. You're the one for me.
I'm in Japan right now, baby. Death Threat, 2010.
If you are not ready for this here,
Sumo wrestling match was pretty amazing. You know, I never really watched sumo before, but I knew about it just because it's been like video games growing up, like Street Fighter and stuff like that.
We got 1,000 yen right there. I'm talking straight yen right now. Yo, I got 1,000 yen. Dude on the right with the black.
Just say the white guy. Just say the white guy.
I got $1,000 for the white guy.
Here we go.
Let's go. Give me my 1,000.
But when we first walked in, it was like, wow. First of all, like the arena was bigger than what I expected, but the ring was smaller than what I expected. Just seeing that whole process of the actual match was mind-blowing. My first trip to Japan, which I was super psyched on. I'm like, see that view? See that view we at right now? Sometimes you get that moment. Yeah, I got a few of those moments where it's just like surreal, just like. But like you appreciate that. I love the fact that I could ride my bike and make it to Tokyo. It's a good feeling. Came a long way. You know?